Hey, my name's Kat Reinhardt, and this is 5 Minute Mondays. Unfiltered, unedited, just me talking to you for 5 minutes every Monday. And today's topic is organization and time management. Two things that, to me, go hand in hand. But I've realized lately that I have kind of a weird superpower in this dimension that I just figured kind of people did. Oh yeah, my shirt says Oregon is above California. Little organizational thing for you. But I think that the first thing, if you're worried about organization or it's going to cramp your style or you're not going to be able to think, I think just think the opposite. That organization allows you to be more creative and do more things with your time because you're not worried about these other things. You've allocated the time, you know you have it, and you're getting specific things done within that time. And that can be very fluid, but there's a lot of ways to make this work. And so whatever it is, it has to be some kind of system that works for you. For example, like sorting socks, just as a simple example. You could sort them into all the colors, like the red socks go together and the blue socks go together. You could sort them into long and short socks, which might put different colors together, but it puts the long and the short socks together. It could be patterned and plain socks. It could be exercise socks, daily socks, and dress socks. But whichever way you organize something, it has to intuitively make sense to you, not to anybody else, because it's only you who's organizing your thoughts and your work. So I think that's really important. I'm going to talk a little bit about that later. But recently this came into play because I am currently working on an entrepreneur business model, and I've been struggling in how to figure out how to do all the things that I want to do. And a friend of mine suggested that I've been in education for a while, and so I'm used to creating spreadsheets for all of my classes and all the topics and when they need to get covered, and I work in higher ed, so there's a lot to cover in a semester. And she suggested that I just design kind of my life like a semester and outline it. So I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. So I did that. And I put all the things that I'm doing on the top of the spreadsheet, and then I organized it by week and then by day within the week up until January. So I have a whole semester plan of things. And it's not all planned out to the end. I do that on Sundays. Another part of the organization, you have to figure out when to do the things that you want to do. But I laid it all out, and it's been really helping because it's only a week old, but I've gotten so much more done this week than I have in the previous 3 weeks. So, yeah. But this came about, a friend of mine was like, well, you should just use this sheet, and this app's really cool, and oh, this one works so much better. And I'm like, no, because then I have to learn a new app. And that takes a lot of time, and I don't have time, and I don't want to deal with that. So I think the first thing is work with what you already know how to do. If you know spreadsheets, use them. If you like working on just a piece of paper, use that. If Google Docs versus Excel is a better choice, it doesn't really matter. I think it just matters it has to work for you. If you like your phone and there's an app, great, do it. And then, you need long-term and short-term goals, and your long-term goals tell you where your short-term goals are going to go and how to get to the long-term goals. So maybe you want, X amount of dates playing in Europe for 5 years out. So what are you going to do to get there? How are you going to get your name out? Who do you need to contact? What booking agents? Where are the clubs? All of this research that needs to go into that particular goal, and how are you going to lay it out in the years previous to get done? And this can also be great for organizing all of your stuff. So like music, your songs, your projects, any of those kinds of things. And then I think for people who aren't familiar with organization, they're like, well, why should I be organized? It bothers me. And I think that it reduces a lot of stress. I know that I had a couple anxiety attacks, like previous to doing this, and now I'm sort of like, oh, okay, I know what I need to do. It's a lot easier, and if I don't do it, I know where it needs to go. It helps with time management, and it helps you prioritize the things in your life, making sure you have time to spend with the important people, and that's the most important thing. And then what time are you going to eat, and how are you going to do all of the things that need to get done in your day, so that when you go to sleep, you feel ready for the next day and excited. So contact me if you want to learn more about this. I'm more than happy to do one-on-one and help you out. So I hope you have a great day. Bye.